Hello water skiers, it's Joel Howley here, and big news today, we are releasing the DV8, our brand new ski from Connelly Water Skis. So, as many of you know, we do not release skis as often as many of the other brands, but when we do release skis, the other brands tend to take notice. We've done quite a few industry firsts. We did the V-stepped hull. We were the first to sort of properly organize sidewall geometry in order to sort of achieve both downforce and lift. We were the first to implement a strategy for managing surface flow underneath the ski, where we've got a dual texture finish. We've done quite a few industry firsts over the last sort of 3 generations of water skis, extending through Prophecy, GT, GTR, and now the brand new DV8. And what we've done with the DV8 is we have what we're calling a Versatail. And on the back of the ski, you're going to be able to remove the back section of the ski with 2 bolts and replace it with a different shaped tail. The back end of the ski carries a huge amount of load. And by changing the shape of the back end of our DV8, we're going to be able to allow any style of water skier to make a Connelly work for them. Previously, because we've gone so aggressive with having our ski ride deep in the water, it's gone in a direction that suits a particular style of skier. Whereas what we're doing now in allowing 3 different options on the back end of the ski, every single style of skier will now be able to have access to the deepest and most aggressive riding ski on the market. Our ski currently won, at the risk of bragging, the World Championships with the male and female. Both myself and Manon Custard won the World Championships, and that is not a coincidence. Connelly has a fantastic team, not just myself and Manon, but Sasha, Thibaut, a whole heap of juniors, and we really are pushing hard, and we push hard in a specific direction. At Connelly, we really believe that the future of high-end skis will be deep riding skis with lots of grip. The days of a ski riding high, sliding all over the place, having a really soft flex pattern and feeling really good on your early passes is becoming obsolete, because there's so much technological improvement that we can do with these skis in order to have them not only ride deep, but also have very little drag. It's really been the only downfall of having a ski ride deep is that it has to channel in specific directions as far as skiing style is concerned. And with our ability now to change the back end of that ski, we can have a ski that's very aggressive, does very specific things regardless of how much you're moving, but also fits your skiing style. So what we've got here is our 3 options for the tail block that will come with the ski. We have our quite square tail block. As you can see at the end there's 2 holes where you will put these 2 bolts in. It'll be inserted into the back of the ski. So it's very easy to change, much easier to change than a fin setting, and it does a much more dramatic change than a fin setting. And unlike fin settings, you won't be moving into a direction where the ski no longer works well. What you can do with your fin, if you don't know what you're doing, is put the ski in a zone where it's not exactly designed to be. Whereas with these tail blocks, not only are you changing far more than what you ever could with a fin setting, you're also guaranteed to be changing in a way that both myself, Manon, Thibaut, Sasha are all very comfortable skiing with. So what we have here is our square tail block. It's a very sharp, very clean end to the ski. It bolts onto the back of your ski, and due to this incredibly sharp finish, which I hope you can see in this video, this is just a prototype block. The final ones will look a tiny bit different, but the shape will be exactly this. So the water here, because of this really sharp finish, the water doesn't get a chance to wrap. It sheets clean off. And what that does is significantly reduce drag, okay? With a clean edge like this, the water doesn't wrap, it sheets off, and that gives you very little drag. So a block like this will significantly help skiers get across the wakes. It's going to really power through and over the top of those wakes. You're going to experience a lot less drag and a lot more speed across the wakes with this square tail block. And I've been running quite a few 39s with this block. It's really, really fast across the wakes. As far as my skiing goes, I'm currently swapping between both the stock tail block and the round tail block, but I can really see a huge number of skiers deciding to go with this square tail block. I think for a lot of skiers, it's going to provide something that no other ski in the industry does provide. It really is going to shoot across those wakes, and maybe for skiers that are bigger and heavier and maybe more powerful, those skiers generally don't have many issues with the turns. It's all about the wake crossings for a lot of those skiers. I mean, there's many different types of skiers, but I think the really big, strong, powerful skiers that drop huge turns and sort of struggle a bit across the wakes are going to end up on this square tail block and really will experience something they've never felt before out of a high-end water ski. Next, we have the stock tail block. This is what we currently run on the GTR, and it very much acts as an in the middle. The third option is this rounded tail block. Now, all three of these, there's the other two here, are going to ship with the ski. This rounded tail block, it allows the water to wrap in two planes. You have the water wrapping up from the bottom, but you also have the water wrapping around the sides itself. And what this does is give incredibly aggressive turns. You can come into the buoy with this rounded tail block and have very little pre-turn, yet still have a huge tight rotation around the ball. And due to the fact that this edge has basically got a lot less sidewall than what a square edge would have, it actually drops the ski down deep into the water and an angle directly aligned with the top deck of the ski. And what that actually does is keep the tip out of the water while you're getting that huge fast rotation. For skiers that don't have many issues across the wakes, but tend to sort of travel down course at the end of the buoy, this tail block really will be a game changer. I hope everybody is as excited as we are here at Connelly for these three tail block options. I really do believe that we're going to see a huge number of skiers really start to understand the direction that Connelly is pushing their skis and sort of start to really realize and have that light bulb moment that, wow, a ski riding deep with grip, assuming it can match to the way that you ski and your particular skiing style, which we hope that now it will, given that there's three options, is the future of water ski design. What you get out of a deep riding ski with lots of grip really is unparalleled once you have that match your style. A ski that rides high and is very soft is always going to feel good on your early passes. It's just like a slow car being easy to drive. But at Connelly, we're not designing slow cars. We're designing skis that are built for your hardest pass. We make water skis for when everything is going wrong and you still want to get to the next buoy. It doesn't require any extra strength. It doesn't require any extra skill. In fact, I would argue it requires less skill to run a high-end score relative to what your scores are on a deep riding ski with lots of grip. You don't need the balance, you don't need the finesse. You have to point the tip of this ski where you want to go and hold on for the ride. So if I haven't convinced you to try a Connelly, maybe we never will, but I really do hope that far more people will go out and try this ski. We've got both world champions riding this ski at the moment. We've got a fantastic team, and the behind the scenes team, Doug Cannon, Colin, Jay, Bish, I'm gonna leave people out here. Robin, I shouldn't have started mentioning names because Connelly has so many amazing employees that never get any credit, but there is a really good team at Connelly and we push really hard to really advance the industry forward and not just make tweaks. So please go out and try a DV8. Let me know what you think. Anyone on a DV8 is welcome to send me footage and I will coach them for free, and that is a genuine offer. Anyone on a DV8, find me on YouTube, send me some messages in the comments. I will respond and I'll have a look at your footage. So let's get some big scores out of skiers riding this DV8. I've got a list of things here that I'm going to do another video on where we talk about things like sidewall profile, surface texture, the V-step hull technology, flex pattern bevel profile, rocker shape, construction process, and a few other things. Relative to the GTR, we actually have tweaked quite a lot of those things in that list I just mentioned, but I wanted this video to be almost all about the Versatail and Connelly's design philosophy going forward. So hope everybody enjoyed this little video. Thank you for watching. I would suggest everybody watching this video, not that you have to, should email their local dealer and tell them you want to try a DV8, ask them if they've got any in stock, tell them to get some in stock. I really do believe this ski will not disappoint. So thank you all again and good luck out there on the water.